What's on his mind? Why would he want to fight you?
I don't know. I'm close to 60 years old, and he thinks,
You think it's sweet?
yeah,
Okay.
he's gonna get paid a lot of money as well.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't mad at that.
Let me explain this to you. There's some athletes you have to protect them from themselves. Your talents take you places that you're not able to handle sometimes.
No, I'm late night TV ready right now.
Can you give him $100, $200 million? He's not well. He's not he's not sophisticated. He's fucking really craft and shit. And they gave me all that fucking money.
Yeah, that was...
In a recent live interview, Mike Tyson openly criticized Floyd.
In a recent live interview, Mike Tyson openly criticized Floyd Mayweather, claiming that the boxing superstar might be facing financial trouble. Tyson questioned Mayweather's financial stability and warned that boxing is a brutal sport that can quickly break fighters who are not fully prepared.
Who's control? If the boxer's in control of all the money, then he's good. But you got somebody else controlling the money, they're getting paid before you get, they're getting the money before you get it. Hey, listen, man, the boxing is some sleazy shit. You're talking about some real animals, man. You know, they should be shot. Well, some of these people in boxing should be shot, man.
Some fans believe Floyd Mayweather may be considering a return to the ring because of financial pressure. Tyson added fuel to the speculation, suggesting that Floyd could be interested in a high-profile exhibition fight with him, mainly for the massive payday such a blockbuster event could bring.
Crazy.
You gonna watch it though?
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch him fighting Mike. I think that's crazy. He's gonna have an exhibition with Tyson, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mike is so much bigger than him.
Yeah,
he's
but
so much bigger than him.
he's not gonna land a fist on Mayweather.
Right. But it's crazy also to see him fight at 57 years old. Like, that's
Yeah, but
nuts.
still, like, he shouldn't have been in there
No.
at all. You know, I think it's,
needed the money.
it's other ways.
Yeah.
You know, it's other ways for.
But what did he get?
People.
He got at least 20, right?
Yeah, but still, I think.
But
you know,
I think
with,
he
with
needed
all
that money.
Yeah, but with all his connections and things like that, I think people could have put him in the right position to make some money.
If he's got people with him that are looking out for his best interest, but you know how it is. When there's a guy like that that's a big name, usually everybody around him pretends they're looking out for their best interest, but there's always lawsuits later on. You find out someone was stealing money or not paying him what he deserved. There's always a bunch of bullshit involved.
Podcast host Joe Rogan also weighed in on the rumors, criticizing Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s extravagant spending habits. Rogan suggested that even with enormous earnings, reckless spending, and a luxury-filled lifestyle can eventually lead any athlete towards serious financial problems.
Options, options, options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, 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 Ferrari.
Interesting you say that because I mean I was reading, might have been a Sports Illustrated article or some magazine article from the 90s, and it focused on just your spending and the excess of the Mike.
On 7 with 50-year-olds.
Yeah, or like Mike Jordan called somebody out for a one-on-one. Like, let's do this, run up the bag real quick at the Garden. That's not happening.
So as far as
you can do that with boxing.
You can do that with
let's go run up this bag real quick.
Yeah, you can do that with boxing.
Lie, bro. I said it to say because Mayweather's 49, bro. He's about to fight Mike Tyson's going to be 50.
Floyd Mayweather has also dealt with major tax obligations throughout his career. In early 2025, he revealed that he had paid more than $18 million in taxes, highlighting the enormous financial responsibilities that come with earning at such a high level.
Joe Louis had this problem.
He did.
Sugar Ray Robinson had to come out of retirement at 55 to settle a debt with the IRS, and even Mike Tyson. But what's so disappointing with me, Skip? Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks up in front of you. You got Bugatti
I got asked. So Money Mayweather, what was that like? Just experience.
Absolutely great experience. Had a great time doing his work. Problem is as the manager goes, so does the CPA. So when he
Nobody want to see that shit, man. I know a lot of people about the first fight, but it was too late. This fight is entirely too late. Everybody was wanting to see a 49 and a 47-year-old guy fight, man. For what? I understand it's a payday, cool, but as far as the sport goes, like I don't want to see that shit. Not wasting my time, bro.
Somebody needs some money or something? Is that why they doing this?
I love it. I love it. I'm an avid, long time since I was 6 years old boxing fan. So these are things that keep the boxing world afloat.
Well, I've been the biggest boxing fan for as long as I can remember as well, and I don't want to see this.
Some fans argue that Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s return isn't solely about money, but also about strengthening his legacy in boxing. Mayweather himself has stated he believes he still has what it takes to set more records in the sport, suggesting that extending his career could further cement his status among the all-time greats rather than just chasing paychecks. Critics and pundits, however, still debate his motives, noting that exhibitions and high-profile bouts have always been tied to business opportunities and brand building. Nonetheless, Mayweather's focus on records and continuing to headline major events indicates a desire to shape his legacy on his own terms as much as financial considerations.
Mike Tyson also offered advice to Floyd Mayweather regarding his public image. Tyson noted that Floyd is often seen showing off his wealth, which can attract both admiration and criticism. He suggested that constant bragging about money can sometimes push people away. Tyson emphasized the importance of genuine friendships, explaining that real friends are the ones who stay during difficult times, not just during moments of success. Tyson's message wasn't meant as an attack, but as honest advice. encouraging Mayweather to value meaningful relationships over attention and luxury. According to Tyson, loyalty and true connections are far more important than flashy spending.
Mayweather, what is he doing with himself? Is he sitting around reading? Do you think he's working on his memoirs? I don't know what he's doing, but it seemed like he would be the guy that wouldn't come back if for no other reason than that 50-0 thing really means something.
Floyd has an incredibly expensive lifestyle, and when you ask what is he doing when he's not fighting, well, it's these exhibitions and then just generally business. The things that he cares about most are being the greatest boxer of all time and having a lot of money, but he also knows that the best way for him to make a lot of money is to box. The other thing that he cares about is being a record holder. Forever and ever, at least for the last 15 years, he's held all the records in terms of gate proceeds, pay-per-view numbers, viewership, all that. In recent times, with Netflix coming into the boxing equation, we've seen Jake Paul and Mike Tyson do whatever it was, 109 million views, right? So now there's a record out there that Floyd doesn't have, but he can come back and maybe beat that record. There's also the record of being one of the oldest world champions. He could theoretically come back and maybe do that. But the other thing going on, Bo, and there's always the speculation when boxers come back later in their career, when they come back later in life, the instant assumption is, are they broke? Because we've seen that any number of times with athletes and oftentimes with boxers.
Mayweather's former accountant, Dave Hall, has suggested that potential financial trouble could be linked to Floyd's spending habits and several questionable investments. Despite earning hundreds of millions from boxing and business ventures, his love for luxury, such as multiple mansions and a fleet of high-end cars, reportedly drained large portions of his wealth. Risky investments made without proper financial guidance also failed to produce returns, further increasing financial pressure.
Lessons do you think Pacquiao and Mayweather could learn from you in terms of life away from the ring?
Well, Floyd seems to be going through some stuff like me right now, like realizing no one's his friend and everybody's probably, even though I even hate to say it, because maybe everybody's kind of a little jealous of him, because he is Floyd Mayweather. I know these other guys got their money, but this guy is champ of the world. It's hard to compete with that. So he's pretty big on those scales as far as on the celebrity scale. So he's gonna realize what life is all about, and what friends are all about, and realize that we only have a few of them, and sometimes they're the only ones we got. They may not be the ones we want, but they're the ones.
The debate continues about Floyd Mayweather's return to boxing. Some believe it's about another huge payday, while others think he's focused on strengthening his legacy in the sport. One thing is certain, when legends like Mayweather and Mike Tyson make headlines, the world pays attention. So the question remains, is Mayweather coming back for the money or to cement his place in boxing history? Let us know what you think.